this video, I'm going to share with you how to grow a smaller account on boom and crash indices. So if you are a small trader who have a small account, you might want to check this video to the very end so that you can understand how to grow your small account and turn it into a big account on boom and crash indices. Okay, now as you can see right here, we're going to begin on the crash 500 index market. Now when you're trading these boom and crash indices, you have things you need to observe in this market, such as amount of lot size, such as the lot size. Then you look at the market condition. These are the things you need to watch out for. Then how volatile the market is. Okay, so we checked right here and we can see that currently the market is towards the upward trend because the market have gotten to the oversold. So right now is for the market to retest upwards, but this doesn't mean that the market will go upwards straight away. Okay, this doesn't mean that the market will go straight upwards away. The market is going to follow this pattern right here like this for a certain amount of time before it's going to buy upwards straight away, as you can see right now. So if you ask me, how do I know this? Is because I have been studying this market for for a long period of time now. I've been trading this market for a very long period of time, and that's why I've been able to understand this market perfectly. Okay, so you can see this pattern that this market is showing right here, this pattern that it buy, it sell, it buy, it sell, this same pattern. Anytime you see a pattern like this, know that it will follow that same pattern for a certain amount of time before it will retest. Okay, if we go back to the historical trend, you can see at this point in time that this is the same pattern right here. It buy, it sold, just like this, following the same pattern before it went towards the upward trend straight away, right? That's the same pattern you are seeing right here in the same time. Okay, now if you have a smaller account, how do you grow this account into a big account? These are the things you need to watch out for. Your lot size. If you have a small account, the best thing and the best choice for you to do is to lower that lot size of your account, so that when the loss come in, because there's no way that you are not going to have a losing trade. Okay, you will have a losing trade. It's always, there's no way to escape it. There's a time whereby you might think that the market will go in your favor, the market will end up going the opposite direction, and that will end up in a losing trade. So those are things you need to watch out for. That's why if you have a small account and if you want to grow it into a big account, you set your lot size to the smallest as possible, so that when the market goes against you, it doesn't end up taking away all your capital and your profit as well. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So when you set your lot size, so if you have like a $50 account, you set your lot size to the smallest. Okay, you set your lot size to the smallest. If you have $50 account, all right, when you set it, you will still make profit. It doesn't mean you do not need to be in a rush to make that profit, because for every one candlestick using this smallest lot size, you will get 10 cents for that profit. So if you combine 10 cents times 5, that's 50 cents. If you combine it as times 10, that's $1. You see, if you get 10 candlesticks successfully, that's $1. All right, now imagine if you continue with the same process over and over again, you'll be able to accumulate that much profit for that particular day. Okay, now let's get on with the strategy. Now that you understand how to set that lot size towards the smallest lot size as possible, what you should do right here is to observe this market right now. Okay, this is this market. If you screw it towards this left hand side, you will see that it's showing you that this market is at the overbought, but that is not true. The market is not at the overbought. For you to see the main chart clearly, what you want to do is to bring it towards this middle here. You can see towards this region whereby it indicates here, almost touch this trade line, this trade that is this middle here. You can see there's a chart, there's a trade, there's history, right? You can see you draw it towards this middle here where the trade is, then you'll be able to see that this is where the market is at this moment in time. So this market right here, it will sell, it will buy, it will sell, it will buy before it will retest. Now what we're going to do right here is go over to the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame right here, we'll zoom into the market and we can look what is going on in this market right now. So looking at the market alone, I can see that the market has sold for a very long period of time. The market has sold for a very long period of time. Now, what is the next step for this market to follow right here is for the market to buy. Okay, the market will buy right now, but we can see that at this point in time, the market is following this pattern, like it sold, it buy, it sold, it buy, it sold, it buy, just like this before it retraces. That the same pattern is showing you on the 1 minute time frame. So now take a look. This market has bought up to this point. The market will sell because it has already bought on the 1 hour time frame. You can see that the 1 hour time frame have increased its price movement. So it's time now for the market to retest, just as it did. Let me zoom in a little bit so that you can see. Just as it did here, it bought, then it retested. It bought, then it will retest. You can see it bought, it sold. It bought, it sold. It bought, it sold. You can see now it will buy, it will sell. Okay, so what you should do before you place any entry is to wait until the spike have come into the market. Okay, you need to wait until the spike will come into the market before you place your entry. All right, you need to wait until the spike that will come to the market before you place your entry for a buy. And after that spike, you place your entry for a buy, and what you want to do is to take 4 candlesticks just for a loan. The reason I say you should take for a loan is because at this point in time, the market is volatile, because you can see that it's following the same pattern for a short period of time, buying and selling for a short period of time. It won't take long before it will spike. I hope you understand what I'm saying to you guys. Now, to confirm this clearly, we're going to put in some indicator into our chart right here, which is, we're going to put on the main window, we're going to put the moving averages, period 200, shift 0, method exponent. Method is simple, apply to close, 3 pixels, color purple, then we click on done. Now, if you take a look at this moving average right here, you can see the pattern which is moving average is following at this point in time. It's showing you the downward trend. This means that this market would sell. This market would sell. All right, you can see the downward trend. Then when you look at it, it's almost as if it's going downwards with a curve upwards. It's almost as if it's going like this towards the direction. Okay, curving towards the direction, curving downwards and upwards, again downwards, as you can see. So what we're going to do right here, we're going to put in the relative strength index, period 14, apply to close, levels 19 and level 10. The style is 1 pixel color white. Now, I got a recent comment on somebody told me that I should talk less and, you know, show you guys straight away what I'm talking about. But if I do not explain to you guys, you won't be able to understand. When it comes to this type of trading, you need that explanation very well, because if you want to skip the explanatory, if you want to skip the explanations and go straight into the strategy, you will not be able to understand it clearly. That's why I need to explain this to you guys properly so that you can understand. So for any of you that want to learn and understand how to trade this type of indices successfully, you need to listen to everything that I'm telling you so that you'll be able to understand it perfectly. Everything is learning. When I'm trading these indices, there's nobody who taught me how to do this. I had to learn this by myself. All the losses I had to experience everything by myself. That's why I'm sharing it with you guys, so that you can understand how to trade this market successfully. Okay, so that you can understand how to trade this market successfully. So now that we've put in the relative strength index, we're going to put in the MACD indicator. The MACD indicator is a very powerful indicator to trade. We'll put the indicator on the fast EMA 14, slow EMA 24, MACD SMA 10. As you can see, you apply to close, just same parameters right here, using the main color 4 pixels color black, signal 4 pixels color red. All right, now how do I know that this market would sell? Take a look at this point in time. If you take a look here, take a look this MACD line at this point here. You can see, if you trace it, you can see that if you trace it from here to this position, you can see even at this line here, there was a spike right here, right? You can see the curved. So this means that the spike is coming soon during this point in time. This curve line, take a look at the edge. the triangle shape, the edge here, there was a spike. Here, this edge, there was a spike. There's going to be a spike as well. Although the spike will not come straight down, like the spike might not come at this moment, but it will come within the space time, within this region here. The spike is going to come. So what you do right here, if you want to catch the spike, is for you to place a sell. And when you're placing that sell, you put at the back of your mind that your account is going to be in a minus, meaning that if you place a sell at this point in time, the place that is going to be counting for you is going to show red minus, meaning that they're going to be taken from those capitals until the spike comes in. And when the spike comes in, the profit that you're going to get is going to balance those losses that you have gotten. Then the remaining profit is going to be yours. Okay, that is how you see that the market is going to spike. Take a look. The market have already spiked. As you can see, the market already spiked now. Take a look. The market spiked already. Trace it. You can see what I told you guys. Even at this point in time, there's a higher chance that this market can go downwards and spike again. Okay, the market can still go downward and spike again. You might be wondering, how do I know all these things? It's because I've observed this market. I've been trading this market for a very long period of time. I've been able to analyze this market successfully, know how this market works, know the ups and down of this market. Okay, right? So what you do right here is, when you see a possible buy entry, you go into the market and you see that there is no danger side, there's no point whereby the market would sell. You enter into the market for 4 candlesticks, just 4 candlesticks at that point in time. Then when you have successfully gotten those 4 candlesticks, you exit. Then you enter again when you see another possible buy entry. So we're going to over to the boom market right now. We're going to be using the same parameters on the boom 500 years market. I'm not going to change any parameters, using the same setup. So we'll go over to the boom 500 index market right now, using the RSI, the MACD, and the moving average. So what we're going to do on the boom market right here, remember, the first thing to do is to put in the lot size you want to use. If you have a smaller account, you lower your lot size. If you have a bigger account, then you might want to increase the lot size as you would like to increase it, so that you'll be able to make that profit. So now, this market should buy at this point in time. Yes, this market should buy. But first, before we do this, we'll go over to the 1 hour time frame. Going over to the 1 hour time frame, let's observe. If you take a look here, the 1 hour time frame, the market has been following this position. It bought, it said, it sold. It will buy. It will buy, but it's going to sell a little bit. All right, if you take a look at this point, the market bought, it sold, it bought, it sold, it bought, it sold. It should buy, right? Because it's following the same pattern. That same pattern we saw on the crash market, whereby the market will buy to sell, following straightforward pattern. Take a look at the moving average. You can see that it's following straight. It's going towards the straight pattern like this. So the market should buy at this point in time towards this region here. The market should buy towards this position right here. Let's zoom. Take a look here. If you take a look at this point now, this curve line here on the MACD, there was a spike right here. There was a spike. This curve line here, trace it from this point here. You can see that it's almost the same. It's almost the same line here. It's almost. So we should be expecting the spike at that point in time. So if you are growing your small account, What you need to do is to watch out for a position whereby there is a possible buy on the bull market and on the crash market. When you want to catch a spike on the bull market, you look for an opportunity whereby the market would spike, then you place a buy. And when you want to catch a spike on the crash market, you look for a possible entry whereby the market would sell, then you place a sell to catch that spike entry. But if you want to place 4 candlesticks for each entries on the bull market, you look for an opportunity whereby there's a higher volatility and the market have already spiked multiple times. The market have bought multiple times for a very long period of time. Then you should go into the market and take that sell entry on the bull market for 4 candlesticks as well. All right guys, I hope you understand what I've said to you guys in this video on how to grow your small account into a big account on boom and crash. If you want more tips and strategies on how to grow your boom and your trading account on the boom and crash indices, you can also join our Telegram community. The link is going to be on the description box below. Now on our Telegram community, share with you guys tips and strategies and also free signals on the Forex market and also boom and crash indices. So if you found value, do well to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video.